Alright guys, for today's video, I went to the North Shore Bike Park for its closing day. Yes, you heard right, it's closing. And it ended with me in the emergency room. More on that later. So this means there will be no more indoor bike park in Vancouver. Didn't this place just open up recently though? Yes, it actually turns out it opened on Canada Day, which is July 1st in 2023. So it never quite made the 2-year mark. But why not? You know, I've been hearing about some other bike parks also closing down. In fact, the whole mountain bike industry has been going through quite a rough period recently. It seems like pickleball is on the rise. Did you see that 2 other indoor bike parks have been getting closed to be invaded by pickleballers? There's one called Sendair and another Glen Eagles Adventure Park, both here in BC, all closing down for pickleball. Now, I have to be honest, I haven't been that much a fan of indoor bike parks, and this is only the second time I've actually been here. And do you remember the Air Rec Center in Maple Ridge? That place was great, but I still only went there twice. I guess my days of dirt jumping are kind of behind me. I really used to love dirt jumping and trying some tricks when I was younger. I loved to ride foam pits and all that kind of stuff. But as I've gotten older, I've just really been appreciating freeride and downhill a lot more. So I took my Diamondback carbon sinker hardtail out with 27.5 plus tires. Not exactly the best bike for the job, but I thought it'd be cool to bring out this bike again. I just didn't want to bring my BMX this time around. The North Shore Bike Park has a pretty good amount of space. One of the big downsides is its ceiling is kind of low. And that was kind of one of the main complaints that people would have about this place. It limited how big the jumps could be out here. The biggest jump line is really just like a blue or dark blue rating. But what it lacks in vertical height, it makes up for in width. There's actually quite a bit of space around here. Little kids pump track over there. We've got a half pipe over here. Doesn't really work the best with my big fat 27.5 hardtail. Great for BMX or dirt jumpers though, of course. We've got a skate park area right nearby it. A few grind rails and a few other wood jumps out here. It doesn't quite look like it was finished in my opinion. So I love that there's a foam pit edition now because it wasn't here the last time I was here. I do like foam pits more than airbags. Every time I tried the airbag at that Air Rec Center, I always would hurt myself every single time. I did not know how to properly land and get off of those things. Obviously, indoor bike parks are an awesome thing to have, especially in the winter time. So you don't have to be cold, wet, and muddy just to ride your bike. It's a great place to improve your skills, your jumping skills, your pump track skills. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun if you're actually on a dirt jumper. I actually borrowed Wesley's bike for a little bit, and yeah, his dirt jumper was way more fun on these lines compared to my big fat 27.5 plus hardtail.
I feel it's a lot lighter. I could like whip it way easier. Like I could really tell this thing's a lot smaller. I'm lower to the ground. So thing is, there just wasn't all that many jump lines. So to make it more interesting, you'd want to try more transfers and different lines like that. But ultimately, I would just love to see bigger jumps. But you know, this place has been great for families and kids of all ages. I think that's probably the biggest draw to a place like this, is it's a great way for families and younger kids to get out and get some experience riding their bike on jumps. Alright guys, let's check out that foam pit. Something I have not jumped into in a very, very long time. I love foam pits. Okay, let's just try the little jump, just feel it out. Let's just see what it's like, just roll in. Oh! Okay. Nice, yo! Oh! Just a quick little thing. I felt like my front tire might have like hit the bottom. Yeah, it's... I hit the bottom so hard. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with landing properly, is you sink down too much. But you know what I want to try now is a backflip. I haven't tried one in a foam pit in a very long time.
Yeah.
That's where you're kind of pulling up.
Yeah.
And the biggest key is just hold on to your bike.
Yeah.
And remember, your feet are going to be upside down, so just try to keep your bike with you.
Yeah, because I just, like, I've done lots of backflips on the trampoline, and, like, I felt like I could do them, like, kind of decently. And, like, trampoline backflips I could do really well.
Yeah.
And then at some point I kind of lost them. But yeah, I feel like I kind of know the feeling, but I'll just have to try and see how it feels again. I haven't tried in very, very long. Okay, drop again. Ouch!
So I really under-rotated, landed straight upside down, plus I let go of the handlebar midair, which I should not have done because it meant that the stem could fall freely right onto my nose.
I hit my face. It hit my face.
Get someone?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Like it was, I don't feel like too bad, but like it was just a hard hit. Like right, that was so stupid. I feel so dumb. Like, why did I do that?
You did nothing wrong, Jordan.
It was a very slow rotation. I landed upside down. It was terrible. I'm surprised it's bleeding that much.
Do you want to just hold this up here? Are you dizzy or anything? Like,
Not really.
not really? Okay.
The thing is, like, I wasn't feeling 100% all day anyways.
So that is one of my mistakes today, is that I had a light headache all day. I wasn't even feeling that great, so I really just should have not bothered with any of this. In fact, I didn't even really feel like riding today at all, so I should have just listened to my body. Shout out to the employees here who are helping me out. They wanted to make sure I wasn't dizzy, and thankfully I was not. I did sit here for a good 20 to 30 minutes, I think just waiting for the blood to stop flowing. So they actually gave Wesley and I 10-day free passes for the bike park, which is super cool. But wait, isn't this place closing after today? What are these passes even good for? Well, guess what? The North Shore Bike Park is actually moving out to Maple Ridge. It's actually going to the same building that Air Rec used to be, which sounds pretty awesome because that place has very tall ceilings, so the potential for big jumps there is much greater. So I'll definitely have to use up my 10-day pass over there. That'll be exciting, but I'm gonna have to take it chill and just really use it as a way to exercise and keep fit. I think I'm gonna not bother with trying any new tricks. As they say, tricks are for kids, and yeah, I think I'm just too old for this. So Wesley drove me to the hospital and I waited to see a doctor. The wait was only about 1.5 hours, so I was happy it wasn't any longer than that. They did not do any x-rays because they said it's not really worth it. It just doesn't make a difference for my situation. They felt everything looked fine, but so far, I think I'm pretty happy. I think I'm healing pretty well. And yeah, I don't think it was actually broken really. But at this point of recording this voiceover, it is 2 weeks since the crash. And if I press on my nose, there is tenderness. So that's the thing. Yeah, it's not like fully healed back to normal. If I blow my nose, for example, yeah, there's some soreness and tenderness there. So I'm not really touching my nose all too much. I did not realize I was going to get 2 black eyes from this. So that lasted for a good week and a half. And now I'm doing a whole lot better. Yeah, I am not having any fun hurting myself. Maybe I should take up pickleball, you guys. I don't know. But yeah, health is very important to me. So I'm going to try and be more careful. I just got to get my body more in tune with mountain biking, which just means just giving myself time to really warm up and get my body back in shape, you know. Well, that's my story. I find that indoor bike parks can be extra dangerous. I don't know what you guys think. If you guys have any interesting stories, share them down below in the comments. Are you guys excited for the new location in Maple Ridge for this bike park? Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.